I've been watching and watching how the universe puts things together, how everything is connected, how you can notice one thing or you can have a conversation about one thing. And then later, that very same theme of what you were talking about is suddenly on a billboard or on a poster board in some store window. Or you can have a conversation about something deep. And then all of a sudden, there it is that you see it again and again and again everywhere. And so that's how I'm feeling right now. It's so amazing because upstairs, before coming down here in my church, one of our longtime members said, Pastor, I'm not sure that some of our new people, I can't remember you sharing with some of our new people what you say when someone asks you, just when you're walking around in the world and doing whatever you're doing and going whatever you're going, and somebody asks you what it is that you do for a living. And so could you share that again? I'd like to hear it again. And I think the new people would appreciate it. Now, listen, I had no idea that you all would be presenting on radiance and the various and multiple amazing and wonderful meanings that it has and descriptions of what it is and what its power is. So anyway, I don't know that I believe I've shared it with you all. In my mind says I've shared it with this particular church and New York, and in several places I've just been invited to go to. But here they asked for this upstairs before I came down here, and this is what it is. This is my answer. This is my response. Excuse me. Yes. May I ask you a question? Sure. What do you do for a living? I'm the light of the world. Pardon me? I'm the light of the world. I'm sorry. I think you misunderstood me. Uh, I'm asking what you do for a living. Like, what do you do for work? What is your passion? What do you do for a living? I mean, I looked at you and thought, I'll bet you this guy is some kind of a jazz musician. No, 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 I'm not. And I did answer you. Ask me again. I simply ask, what do you do for a living? I'm the light of the world. That's what I do for a living. I have jobs that pay me money to pay my bills and to get what I want. I do not consider that what I do for a living. I consider that how I'm employed to earn an income in order to have the things I want and in order to pay for the things I have. That's what I do for sustenance on this planet. That's what I do for, as I already said, having what I want to have and paying for it. But what I do for a living, I am the light of the world. What exactly does that mean? It means that my function, my very function, and my very purpose is to know that I am the light of the world and to go shining everywhere, all the time, upon everyone and everything I see. When I know I am the light of the world and I am committed to go shining all the time, through thick and thin, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, regardless of what my personal life experience is, regardless of the challenges I personally am facing, regardless of the seeming needs I have in my earthly life. That's my function, and that's my purpose. And that's the reason I came here to this planet, to live this incarnation, is to know I am the light of the world and to go shining all the time with no withhold upon everyone, upon everything. That's what I do for a capital Living. Would you also like to know the job that I am holding? Now then, to come downstairs. And we began. And there was an announcement that there will be a special offering brought from 3 of our fellow members and friends and reflections on the word that is our daily word today, radiance. Many, many years ago in Miami, Florida, Johnny Earl and I had decided to add to our ministry, which began with just doing concerts. We were doing concerts all over, and the spoken word ministry was included in those concerts with little shares, little mini sermonettes that I would offer between the songs or to preface the song or to follow the song. And that's what we had been doing for about, not a year, maybe about 6 months, primarily just a singing music ministry, Carlos and Johnny. And then we began to have dreams and visions of expanding our work into giving workshops and deepenings and seminars. We began offering workshops such as the good Reverend Laura will be offering for Labor Day weekend that were focused on deepening the practice of the Course in Miracles principles. And we included the teachings of science of mind, because at that time we were being invited to bring our ministry into numerous unity churches and to numerous gatherings for A Course in Miracles and for several experiences with the Science of Mind Church there in Miami. And so we added to our simply singing with me speaking between songs to our having experiential workshops and deepening workshops. These were some of the most rewarding and fabulous and fascinating years of my life. I used to look back on them and refer to them as my heyday. After Johnny died and our full-on ministry was ended, because it could not continue without him. And for quite a while, I could not continue singing even without him. And so I would look back and I would lament that the best years of my life were over. And my mom got sick and tired of it. I am forever grateful that the Creator blessed me with Norma Jean Anderson as my mom. She was and is something else. I had met a new group of people. There were a group of about 20 people they were traveling and they had heard about Hope Church and they came to church, and then afterwards we met at Mom's house and she had hired a caterer who threw a big bash for us. And a group of about 20 visitors asked to know more about me. And I began singing my song of lamentations, like the Jews in Babylon. How can I sing a song of praise in a captive land? My captive land was life without Johnny and the ministry. I lamented about feeling grateful that I had been gifted, but was no more by the best years in my life, my heyday. And when I paused, Norma Jean became my mama, and I became her little boy in front of these people on a spiritual journey who had been so very impressed with me preaching in the service at Hope Church that morning. There we were, after eating this banquet feast that the caterers had provided. And I have just responded to the question or the query, tell us more about you. So once more, I sing my song of lamentations. And as soon as I was finished, Mama leaned forward in her chair and said out loud in front of these people, boy, shut up. I'm sick and tired of you singing your sad song. The more you say that was your heyday, the more you cut off an opportunity to have a brilliant and wonderful life ahead of you. You're shutting the door. You're telling the universe the best ain't yet to come because I already had the best and now it's over. Get off your pity pot, boy. Wake up, smell the coffee. Don't you ever let me hear you say one more time nothing about your heyday. Your heyday is yet to come, boy. And when that one's done, another one will come. And when that one's done, another one will come. You hear me, and you hear me good. Shut up. Live. Well, some witnessing that scene in the movie might have this to say about Norma Jean. Oh my God. That was a public shaming if I have ever seen one. Oh my God. He must be humiliated. Oh my God. Watching that scene in a movie, I might have thought that about what I had witnessed. But my experience of it was so not that I had been publicly shamed. It was Mama did what needed to be done. Her baby boy was in his bed, sound asleep, having a fitful nightmare. She heard him from her own bedroom, tossing and turning back and forth on the bed, yelling out loud, "No, no, don't! Why, why?" She did what any mama should do if their baby is sound asleep, having a nightmare. Go in that room and shake that child awake. She shook me awake. I let go of the story of my pain and the illusion that I would never be fully joyous again with work that wasn't work, but more like play. When I think about my answer to the question, what do you do for a living? And my response to the question, I'm the light of the world. I know while I'm speaking it that the light of the world that I am is not my light. I don't source the light of the world that I am. It was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful for me to be out in the garden after dark with my daddy because we needed to get some ears of corn off the stalk to boil up for dinner that night. We were having a late dinner. It was nighttime because church revival had lasted till close to midnight, having started at 8 p.m. And we were hungry. So off to the garden, me and my daddy went. And we walked outside. It was so bright. Although it was nighttime, it was bright nighttime because high up in the sky was a beautiful, shining, radiant full moon. Have a look at that, Daddy, said little Carly at about 6 years old. Look at that moon. Gotta love a full moon. Look at that light it's shining. Carly boy, it is beautiful indeed. You can't find a full moon that's not going to draw my attention. Grab it and hold it. Me neither, Daddy. Carly, do you know that that light that full moon is shining doesn't come from inside of the moon? Do you know that it's not the moon's light? What do you mean? It's gotta be the moon's light. It's shining. Carly, that moon is just reflecting the light of the sun. What? There ain't no sun out. It's up there, baby boy. You just can't see it. The moon has no light of its own. It is said to be full when it is fully reflecting the light of the sun. Wow. Wait till I tell everybody. Moonlight is really sunlight. Wow. And to think you can't even see the sun. Wow. What do you do for a living? I am the light of the world. I have answered the call and having been informed, you are the light of the world. Go shining on everyone, on everything, always and in all ways. Do it ceaselessly. And even when your life is troubled and you are challenged and you have faced loss and devastation and you don't know how you're going to make it through, especially during these times of your own inner apparent experience of darkness, shine the light. Reflect the light. So never, ever, ever do I allow myself to come to think, which the ego would love for me to do, that I am the source of the light I shine. Nope. I'm like the moon. I am said to be full of light when I am fully reflecting the light of the one light I have come to call God. Amen.